What is up, everybody? It is your boy Carlos here, back with another video. Actually, the first video that I've done in a while. We have an EP from the Neighbourhood. I am so excited today. And you guys might notice a little change in the camera because I finally upgraded to an S8. Before I had the S7, I don't record with the actual camera. If you guys are fans from a long time ago, you guys know I don't have an actual camera. I actually posted a picture of one on Instagram, but I'm not going to start using that yet. I'm going to start using that more for vlogs and stuff. But I just rather use my camera for regular videos that I do most of the time, which are reactions. So, it might look more detailed, I might look a little bit more uglier, and, you know, you can see all my flaws and stuff. Anyways, the Neighbourhood has officially came out with another EP. I haven't done an EP from the Neighbourhood in a while. I actually done the last EP from them when, I actually first moved into these apartments. So, it was kind of interesting knowing that they came out with a new one. And this EP has about 5 songs on it, and the first song that we're going to be getting straight into is Dust. This is the official audio. I'm going to keep an open mind during this, because usually when it comes to EPs or just albums in general, I like to keep an open mind, and I love listening to something that's new from a certain artist or musicians in general, or just the band itself, because I know most of the time they might have a very different taste in their songs that they do from their earlier projects. That is very noticeable in terms when you listen to the newer stuff. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm excited to dive into this because we listened to actually 2 of these songs, but since the EP just came out, we're going to listen to the whole thing again, and I'm going to listen to the songs that I've already listened to, obviously. Kind of get that sort of feel when I first listened to it, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. This is The Neighbourhood, Dust, the official audio. 3, 2, 1. This is a song that we haven't heard, by the way. Okay. Yeah, it goes straight into it. We're already a minute and 11 seconds into this song. This song sounds amazing. Like, most of the time, the things that I love is just instrumentation when all that stuff combines and it sounds really, really good. That's something that I really, truly love. When I listen to this, I can obviously tell that they put a lot of effort into this song. Not with just the voice. The vocals itself is really dope, and I really do like how that sounds. It's not just I'm ignoring the vocals, but mostly in a song nowadays, especially with any certain genre, people just listen to the instrumentation and the beats and the certain selection that it has, and they don't really pay attention to the lyrics. I, for most part, pay attention to both, but specifically what I'm saying is on this song, it is very noticeable and it sounds really, really good, and it's kind of like, I'm going to be honest, it's kind of keeping me away from what the certain artist is saying. So I'm just going to keep like I said, an open mind, and I'm going to try to pay attention to what he's saying, because I don't want to get distracted just by how great this sounds itself. Kind of has like an echo effect to it. It sounds really nice. Like it's from a distance. I like that. This is what I'm talking. This is a prime example. Oh. Amazing. This thing sounds amazing. Wait a minute. I'm gonna take this back. How did it go from that whole effect that it just had? And then it went to silence, and then it went to him straight talking. Listen to this. Body so everybody went out of control. Body so everybody control. Body so everybody went out. I like that effect a lot. I like that. I really do. That sounds really nice. Okay. By the way, I have this on max volume, so this is as loud as it's gonna get for me. I'm sorry. I wish that I could freaking blow my ears out. Wow. That was for the first song. That was Dust, the audio. It kind of, this is probably one of the best songs that I've heard from them, personally. Because, in all honesty, it sounded really, really good. I liked the fact that everything was just all over the place. Like, not in a bad way, but it was more focused on the instrumentation rather than what the... I mean, for me, I was more focused on the way it sounded, not the lyrics or whatever. I'm probably going to have to pull up the lyrics in a bit to actually get the full grasp of what he was saying. But other than that, it sounded really nice. And it went from a certain beat, And you thought it was going to be like that throughout the whole song. So that's what I was kind of surprised and shocked about when I heard later on in the song, and everything was totally different, and then it had that effect where it was just swooped up, and then he just started talking. It was just, that was an amazing effect that I really did like that. So let's go and get straight into the next song. I'm really excited. I have on the list is Scary Love. Now, I actually did a reaction to this one, and I completely fell in love with this song. But like I said, we're not going to skip any songs. We're going to go and get straight into all these songs because there's about 2 that I've listened to that I did separate reactions on. So let's go and get into Scary Love. I actually haven't listened to it ever since I did the reaction to it. That really happens often with music when I do that. So it's kind of interesting that when it comes to like an EP or album, I go back to certain songs. I don't really skip over them because I want you guys to get the full effect. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to feel bad or like he didn't react to that. So let's go and get straight into it. Everything that I completely forgot about this song because I listen to so much music that I completely forgot how amazing this sound is. This guy's vocals, like you guys told me, his name is Jesse. His vocals are amazing. I really do like his sense of style. Yeah, this is definitely a song that I definitely need to go back to. And this was actually one of their singles, if you guys didn't know. This was a single, but it's still part of the EP, obviously. But for a single, like I said, actually when I did this reaction, it really sounded amazing. And I was like, you know, this is probably one of the best singles that you could put for this EP itself because it sounded really, really good when I first listened to it. And it still does. That was it for Scary Love by The Neighborhood. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. And Jesse, his name pops up right there. If you guys haven't checked out that reaction, make sure to check it out. The song we have on the list is Heaven. Now, I'm kind of excited because this seems like an interesting title. A lot of times with me, when I listen to, not even when I listen to, before I listen to a song, I always can tell something. I said this before, and a lot of things. It always depends on what the certain title of the song is in general. Just a certain name that it has. So Heaven. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be something with a really deep and dark meaning that has a very deep tone to it, and something that I wouldn't expect because a lot of the times when you look at the title, you expect a lot from it just by reading it. So let's go and get straight into it. And let me see and let me listen to if I actually find what I said that would be in here. So let's go and get straight into it. Is that my computer or what is this? It sounds like it sounds like a weird, I don't know, listen to it on my computer. You guys hear that? That sounds weird. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, yeah, I like this. What'd he say? I don't even know what he said because he started talking so. He was trying to talk. It sounds like he was kind of rapping a little bit. He said it really fast though. It has like I don't know. I'm gonna pause it because a lot of people hate when I skip it. This sounds like, I don't know, it has like a scary sound to it. Do you guys hear when it first started? Listen to this. Like the background, the way it sounds, it has the same actual sound, obviously, when you listen to it. It's kind of weird because it sounds like kind of like a Halloween theme song to me. It sounds interesting, and it sounds really kind of scary when you think about it. Listen to it. Like in the beginning. See how that sounds? That you wouldn't expect that when listening to this. You would kind of expect something that's more open. But I kind of like that dark and deep tone to it, especially what he's saying and what he's talking about. And obviously the other beat selections and instrumentation that's in it as well that fits well with his voice. That's kind of interesting that you have that there. And I think it's well played out because the way that he's playing with it sounds really nice. He's coming in and out with his vocals, and I think that's really cool. And then at moments he would just sing and do all this other stuff. And then he actually had a rapping verse, which is kind of interesting. which was very short, obviously, when he said it really fast when I couldn't understand what he said. But other than that, it's a really good song. Even though we're not even finished, I'm already liking what I'm listening to. So, kind of where the meaning's coming from. I'm gonna rewind that. That was kind of interesting what he said. Wait, let's take it back a little. Okay. I kind of understand what this song means a little bit more. That's kind of interesting that he said that. Wow, the way this sounds it sounds like, it doesn't even sound like the thing with the Neighborhood. Their EPs and stuff, they don't sound like EPs. They sound like albums. The way that the production is on this thing, they don't sound like EPs. Like when you listen to it, it's like, am I listening to something that's an EP, which is just a short list of selections that's basically the songs? And then it is like, the way this sounds, if you were to give it to someone and hand it to somebody and it just had these 5 songs on it, they would probably get lost. They'd probably be like, is this really 5 songs? It doesn't sound like it, because the way it just sounds, the production, like I said, is amazing. His vocals are top notch, would sound really good. And also the meaning behind and what he's really saying actually has a very deep meaning to it. But this doesn't sound like an EP to me. I don't know why, but for some reason with certain artists, when they do EPs, they don't sound like them. And obviously it's not supposed to be like that. But you know, certain artists do stuff like that, and I don't have a problem with it. The song we have on the list is Compass. We haven't listened to this one at all, especially the one we just listened to earlier, which was like, what, 2 minutes ago. So I'm gonna go get straight into this one, and let's see how it sounds. I'm kind of excited for this one because it's called Compass, and it probably has, like, a lot of the songs are just random words that you wouldn't expect that to have this certain meaning to them. And it's just interesting to me, this whole title thing. And I don't know, I feel like I'm overthinking that. I feel like I use that a lot, and I don't know, for some people it probably doesn't make sense, but for me it really does. So let's go ahead and see what you know, the Neighborhood has to offer with this song. Let's go ahead and get straight into this. This little thing that they keep doing throughout this EP, this little it kind of sounds like it's like an effect. They're coming, like, they have the vocals coming from like a distance. I don't know how to explain it. It kind of sounds like echoey, but listen to it. That little effect right there, and the way that they do that is really, really nice. And I like how it really plays throughout the song, because they had that earlier on another song. I already forgot the name, which one, because they've done it so much. But you could obviously say probably for every single song that they have on this EP. So I really like that effect. They must be really big fans of doing that, and it sounds really nice. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, the way it sounds and the way that you have it, it's kind of like when they do that echo effect, it's obviously at a certain volume, and then when they have their full vocals, it sounds really cool. So it's like, it's just like all the vocal capacity that they give, and then when they're actually not doing the effect, you actually get all of it. It's like, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know. Simple, but it's so nice. Wow, I'm really listening to what he's saying. This has so much meaning to it. This song itself, Compass, what he's saying, I'm keeping you in my pocket. And then earlier he was referencing something about, oh, you have a direction to my heart, or something. That he was saying something like that, direction, or I could take you in a direction. That obviously you guys know what a compass is. If you guys know, if you were ever lost or something, obviously they used it back in the day, and people still do use it. You know, you can obviously have it physically, or you can have it just on your phone or whatever, on a watch. But what he was saying is, you know, you put me in every direction. Just obviously have the northeast, southwest. They have all the directions, and you know, they lead you to where you need to go. So that's kind of interesting that he's actually putting emphasis on compass when you're thinking about, oh, is it just the compass? Like, what is he talking about? And then he's putting more meaning into it. I'm just listening to it right now, and I'm catching every single thing. And it really does have more than what you would expect it to have in the beginning. Now, this was probably my favorite. This is probably going to be my favorite song off this EP. Personally, because I think Compass, this song itself has a really deep meaning to it. I know I keep saying that, but it's honestly true. Oh, what he was talking about. He says, "You're my only compass." So I'm basically getting from this song, like, that certain person is the only person that gives him direction in where he needs to do in his life and where he needs to go. Because like I said, he emphasizes a lot on the word compass, directions. You guys know what a compass is. So he's basically that person that is letting him know where to go, and he leads him to a certain way, and probably he finds his true happiness. I'm mind reading to it, but I really think that's what he means. It's really a genuine meaning too. I really do like everything else besides what he was saying besides that. It's really, really cool. The song we have, which is the last song, The Neighborhood, stuck with me. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'll leave everything else that I have to say at the end of this last song. So we've already listened to this. It was actually the first one that I ever got to. Then, you know, I went to another song and reacted to a different one. So let's go and get straight into this one, and let's see how amazing this song is to me, because I really did enjoy this song when I reacted to it. Something about, listen to this. That has such a retro sound to it that it sounds so amazing that I'm only gonna edit it twice in this video of you only see me listen to that like a couple of times, because I'm probably gonna repeat that for so many times because I like the way that sounded. But anyways, let's go and get back into it. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so let's be honest. I'm gonna be really honest with you. When I first wrote this song in the beginning, I didn't think I was gonna expect so much from this. I've obviously heard this before and I did a reaction to it, and now I'm like, I didn't really emphasize that much on the song. This sounds amazing. It really does sound good, and the fact that Jesse, I think his vocal capability is amazing, and I think his just style and whole play on words is amazing too, just as a musician himself. And like you guys said, he's the lead vocalist of the group, and I can obviously tell why, because he sings very well, and his voice and I don't know, just his voice. I don't know, I can't say anything. Just his voice. That's all I have to say. His voice. Okay, that's all I have to say. End of the Neighborhood's EP, which was To Imagine. Now, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, because you guys seem to love when obviously everybody doesn't like to bring out fake news. Everybody likes to be honest when they listen to an EP. You know, I think my favorite song on here has to be, I don't know. It's either between Compass or Stuck With Me. The reason I'm gonna tell you why I love Compass. Like I said earlier, those are my two top favorites, and I said earlier that I like Scary Love too. And I think, you know what? I thought this whole EP was amazing, but the two that stand out to me the most was Compass and Stuck With Me. This was because the meaning behind it and what he was saying and emphasizing so much on an actual compass, you would actually think he's talking about one, which he's using what a compass actually does. He's talking about what a compass actually does, and he interprets that into what it does for himself, a certain direction, and then he follows it, and then he has all these great opportunities in front of him. That's the reason I love Compass. Besides that, the way it sounds and the way he says it, and just the way his voice sounds, like I said, that to me, I was listening to it, and then I was closing my eyes for a little bit, and it was so vivid, and the picture that he was painting, and see what he was talking about throughout the song, because it's very vivid, and he was painting so much imagery with his words, and he did an amazing job with this song. As well as instrumentation and everything sounded. And this song too, Compass, was kind of, it wasn't really much of the beat itself. It was kind of like a simple beat that you would hear anywhere else. Not saying that this beat was bad. I'm just saying it was a beat that you would hear everywhere else. It was kind of a cliche beat, not to sound wrong or anything, but it still sounded really good. But it was kind of like, it was like his breakthrough with his vocals. It sounded really nice, and it just the meaning behind it, and I don't know, just more of his singing on here rather than you paying attention to the beats. And I really do like what he was doing with it and the way it sounded. It's really amazing. The song we have, which was Stuck With Me. The reason I love this song is because, I don't know, the reason this was a single, I can understand why. Love and Stuck With Me were probably the main singles off of this EP, obviously. And Stuck With Me has an amazing tone to it, and it sounds really good. And it kind of, to the song, it kind of gets you in this uppity mood. It kind of makes you feel really good about yourself. And there's certain songs that you listen to nowadays that kind of do that for you. You know, I love songs that get me like in a good mood and that really have a good tone to them, because it makes me feel as if, you know, there's people out there and there's artists out there who can make you feel better about yourself. And the way the instrumentation sounded, the way his voice was, the way how he's reaching the high notes and reaching certain pitches, and I don't know, it just has everything that you would want in a song. And it's really unique, because I don't really listen to bands like that, I've said before, and the reason I don't do that is because, I'm going to be honest, the reason I don't do that is because I know if I listen to certain artists and I listen to a certain band, I'm not going to expect that from another one. And I don't want to be disappointed, because I know you guys have really great taste in music, but I feel like the Neighborhood has set a milestone and a marking for bands that will be in the future for this reaction channel. Because just what they implemented in this whole EP sounds really amazing. And I don't know if I could find that in any other band as of now, because this was amazing. And I don't know, I feel like I didn't deserve this, because it was just out of context, you know, I can't really explain it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow my Instagram and Twitter, it'll be somewhere around here. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for showing so much love. Hopefully we can hit 1.5K. I'm gonna hit 1.5K in the meantime while I'm talking about this. Let's make this video blow up. And just show some love to the video. I really do appreciate when you guys do that. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you guys so much for so much support and effort. And be in the comments down below. And I'll definitely check out the comments you guys have. And any more suggestions from the Neighborhood or just any other band in general. But even though I said I don't expect much, because they just set the record straight for any other bands. So make sure to leave some suggestions in the comment down below, and any more suggestions from any other artists in general. I will see you guys for the next video. Peace out, guys.